Welcome back to Good Morning Cleveland on News 5.
Coming up now at 5:30, we're getting you ready for the Browns season. From mobile ticket changes to new food, we've got you covered.
We are really upset that they have brought us into confidence and then, you know what, took our money and ran.
A Cleveland company accused of ripping off money from consumers across the country. The crucial red flags you need to watch out for. But first, we start with Trent and the latest on Dorian's track.
Yeah, Category 1 hurricane, still a massive storm. This is kind of interesting, though. Notice our cold front that rolled through essentially the last couple of days and bringing us our nicer air is stretching this out. Let me put this in motion for you so you can actually see what's happening. Here's the circulation. Here's the eye, but that's actually spreading, and it's pushing it, just shearing the whole thing off to the north. So it did weaken yesterday. We had that little burst of energy like I was telling you about, and then it sucked in some dry air, and now it's just getting sheared out. And look at the speed. It's up to 14 miles per hour. Now, winds are still sustained at 90 miles per hour. On the inside of that, right on the inside of that, where you're seeing that eye wall, make it right onto land. Now, the eye hasn't technically made landfall yet. Doesn't matter. Either way, don't pay too much attention to landfall or not. It's still impacting. The strongest part of that storm is on the leading edge, and that's rolling right through the Outer Banks this morning. So there will be damage. There is already damage from tornadoes and everything as this storm is getting closer and closer, and we're going to keep a close eye on this as it makes its way through. 14 miles per hour, it's significantly faster than it has been moving, but it's still going to take several hours for this guy to make its way on the way up. Sheared out. Week from this are minimal, but this weekend, today and tomorrow, still a big impact. Locally, today, beautiful. 73 today for a high. Few more clouds, maybe a passing shower, but I got a lot of dry time. We'll show you those showers, though, coming up.
Okay. Thank you, Trent. It is 5:32 right now. Want to get to some breaking news from overnight. We've learned Cleveland Mayor Frank Jackson's grandson is in jail.
He was wanted on charges of beating and strangling a woman earlier this summer. Meg Shaw is live outside the Justice Center this morning. Meg, what can you tell us?
Well, Homa and Terrence, I can tell you, I talked to a jail employee here at the county jail about an hour ago. He tells me that Frank Q. Jackson was booked here at the jail around 10 o'clock last night. This after an arrest warrant was issued for him just yesterday afternoon. Now, Frank Q. Jackson, the mayor's grandson, he is facing charges for allegedly beating and strangling a woman back in June. A grand jury indictment is charging the 22-year-old with felonious assault, abduction, and 2 counts of failure to comply for the incident. But this is not the first time we told you about this case. Earlier this week, City of Cleveland prosecutors said they were declining to press charges against Jackson for this incident. But then just a day later, the county said they found sufficient evidence in the case to charge Frank Q. Jackson. Now, when asked about the case earlier this week, Cleveland Mayor Frank Jackson said that he does not discuss his personal life or what happens with his family to about a group of reporters inside the city of Cleveland, outside of his office there. Now, according to court documents online, Frank Q. Jackson is scheduled to be arraigned on September 18th. Of course, we'll keep you updated on anything that happens. Live in Cleveland, Meg Shaw, News 5.
Consumer experts say some timeshare companies are pulling a fast one on people. One of them is based right here in Cleveland, too. A man from North Olmsted fell victim to the scam. He thought he would get $41,000 for his Cancun timeshare. Instead, he lost about $9,000.
Go out and find somebody to sell it for you if you can't do it yourself. Do not believe people that call you and say that they will do it for you.
The Better Business Bureau says another red flag is if a company asks you to wire money. It's nearly impossible to trace where that money is going if you have a problem.
Today, the Browns will help dedicate a new football field for Boys Hope, Girls Hope of Northeastern Ohio. The Browns Give Back program helped install the synthetic turf at the group's expanded campus over in Garfield Heights. Boys Hope, Girls Hope says they plan to name it Haslam Field to recognize the support from Browns owner Jimmy Haslam and his wife Dee. The dedication starts at 5 o'clock. And the Browns are gearing up for the home opener Sunday afternoon.
Look at this view right here. There are some new food options at the stadium this season. Jay Jarvis, the lucky one out there sampling some of the new stuff. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, it smells really, really good in here. I wish you guys were here right now. We're here with Jessie Jacobson. She is the general manager for the Cleveland Browns hospitality group with Aramark, who handles all the food here at the stadium. Good morning, Jessie.
Good morning. How are you?
Great. How are you?
Great, great.
So tell me why this year we are starting this new menu, these new menu options.
Well, every year we try to feature new menu items, especially with our chef partners, who are Rocco Whalen, Jonathan Sawyer, and Michael Simon, just to keep things fresh and exciting with our food program at the stadium. This year, in particular, was a really fun year to plan for, though, because there's so much excitement around the team and with the game days.
Right, and of course, all the games are sold out
Yep.
this season. So of course, there are going to be a lot of people around the stadium.
Absolutely.
And you can get these new menu items anywhere you are.
Yes, absolutely. This that I'm holding right now is our Tree Monster potato skin that we're featuring at Great Lakes Cheesesteaks, which you can actually access at 4 places within the building. One on the main concourse, one on our Bud Light balcony, which is on the 4th level, and then we have 2 portables around the stadium, one on the main concourse and one for our upper concourse guests on the 500 level. And we developed this with our chef partner and good friend Rocco Whalen. It's a play on his classic Tree Monster cheesesteak, but this is a great gluten-free option for our friends with dietary restrictions.
Right, so this is awesome. So tell us about some of the other stuff that you guys are offering this season as well.
So some of my favorites are, in addition to this with Rocco, we're doing a buffalo chicken macaroni and cheese.
That sounds great.
At B-Spot, we're doing a Feeling Dangerous burger and a deluxe bacon cheeseburger with onion bacon jam, note the OBJ. And then at Sausage and Peppers, we got sausage and pepper, guacamole, and pico de gallo. We're also really excited about our new partner, Quaker Steak and Lube, which is going to be, there's going to be a Quaker Steak and Lube location on our main concourse right near Section 103, featuring wings, boneless wings, burgers, and French fries.
Oh my God, that sounds so good. I'm so hungry right now. I did not eat breakfast, but I want to tell you, I'm from Philly, so I have really high expectations for this. So I'm going to take a bite right now.
I'm confident
Okay.
we're going to exceed them.
Oh, the crunch,
Jay?
Okay.
Philly approved?
Philly approved.
All right.
Philly approved, guys. This is really good. So if you're coming to the game on Sunday, make sure you get some of these potato skins. We're going to send it back to you guys.
Okay, Jay, I hope you have some
you.
saran wrap out there. Wrap one of them up.
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
We
Hold on,
haven't
I
had
will share.
breakfast either.
No.
Bring it on back.
Hungry.
Land the chopper there.
Love it. We wish we had smell-o-vision here. You can catch our Browns pregame show this Sunday at 10:30, right after Good Morning Cleveland on the weekend. Kickoff is at 1. Don't forget all your new Brownstown live show. That's at 11:35, right after News 5 at 11.
What were you saying over there, John? You gonna land the
I
chopper
say,
and
we're
get
just
us
gonna
some?
land the chopper right there on the 50-yard line, run it on down.
Okay, do you?
We'll bring them back. All right, drive time's looking great out there. Not seeing any issues or problems on the highways, 90, 77, 480. You can see we are all up to speed on all of our highways out there, problem-free across the board. So that is the good news. One thing I do want to point out for drivers, if you are headed anywhere this evening, maybe to Ohio City or downtown, keep in mind the Detroit Superior Bridge is going to close again this evening at 7 o'clock, 7 until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, while they continue to do some work on the bridge. No problems down south in the Akron area, and our ODOT cameras are showing that traffic volume still looking pretty good. Guys, we'll check in with you from the chopper and get a verdict on those potato skins here.
All right, we'll see you then. Thanks, Don. Up next, an airline mechanic is in jail this morning. What he did that has him facing federal charges.
And remember that new program to help you get rid of student debt? We'll tell you if it's actually working.
And have you been hit with high medical bills or surprise invoices? Our 5 on Your Side investigators are doing something about it. Just go to our website or our News 5 app and explain what's happened. Or you can email us at the address you see there on your screen.
All right, welcome back. Check it out. It's 5:41 right now. I've got some more clouds throughout the day today, but we should still be relatively dry. Just some spotty rain showers. We're starting off in the 40s and 50s. We'll warm it up back into the low 70s. It's going to be a very fall-like day today. Feeling nice, looking a little grayer than yesterday, but we should still stay mainly dry. We'll map it all out for you. Futurecast comes up in a minute here, in a couple minutes after the break, and we'll show you when these showers roll through. Plus, we'll walk you through a very fall-like weekend. It's coming up.
Welcome back. It is 5:45. There have been 361 confirmed cases of lung issues, all linked to vaping across the country. Health officials have been scrambling to find the source of the problem.
Yeah, News 5's Jesse Schultz is live in the newsroom. And Jesse, they may have found an answer.
Vitamin E is now the focus of their investigation. They found it in almost all of the marijuana-containing vaping products that they took from people who got sick. And a lot of those products were bought off of the street. It's important to note that there wasn't a link between high levels of vitamin E and nicotine products like Juul pods. But the FDA says it has not ruled out other contaminants that may be at play, like nicotine and THC. If you're wondering why vitamin E, something that is found in olive oil and almonds, is harmful to us, it's not so much eating it. The problem is when we inhale it. Inhaling it is linked to respiratory illnesses with symptoms like shortness of breath, cough, and chest pains, similar to the issues many people throughout the country are experiencing after vaping. Doctors say the oil has to reach a certain temperature to vaporize, but once it gets in your lungs, it cools back down and returns to the original state, which means oil is now coated on the inside of the lungs. Homa.
All right, Jesse, thank you. The federal student loan forgiveness program has turned out to be not so forgiving. New numbers show 99% of the requests were denied. Only 661 of the more than 53,000 applications were approved. The program lets people who work in the public sector, like teachers, lets people like teachers. Part of the problem is the complicated application process.
They need to be made much simpler. Maybe instead of this back-end loan forgiveness where after 10 years it's either succeed or not in getting loan forgiveness, maybe have it be an upfront loan forgiveness program where each year you work in a qualifying job, you get a part of your loans forgiven.
So another way to look at this, $700 million were set aside to spend on the program and help out borrowers, but only $27 million were actually spent.
547, more privacy problems for Facebook. A security researcher has found an unprotected online database. Phone numbers of more than 400 million Facebook accounts were leaked. Facebook says the information was collected before the social network disabled a feature last year. A database has since been taken down.
An American Airlines mechanic is in custody this morning. He is accused of trying to sabotage a passenger plane shortly before takeoff. Authorities say he damaged an instrument that reports the plane's speed, pitch, and other important data. The plane was carrying 150 passengers back in July and never took off. The mechanic told investigators he was angry over stalled union contract negotiations that had impacted him financially.
Right now, a wildfire emergency in Southern California. Strong winds are fueling this dangerous fire for a third day. More than 500 homes have been evacuated. A new video shows firefighters racing to save these houses. But the difficult terrain, the changing wind directions, making it all harder for them.
The winds will come out of one direction in the morning, and then by the afternoon, we'll get a 180-degree switch.
This morning, officials are closing schools, and they are urging people in the area to avoid breathing in the air.
All right, let's get over to Power of 5 meteorologist Trent McGill. What's going on, Trent?
Check out this big old shot of Cleveland. Beautiful, beautiful start to the day. This is almost the entire downtown in this shot right here, and it's looking great. Again, it's cool outside. I'm talking 40s and 50s outside this morning. Couple clouds expected today. There's a much closer look to it there. Anyway, we got a couple clouds throughout the day today, but overall we should be good. I tell you what, all the focus is on this week, and there's 2 days left. 2 days until Sunday, until we can get into this football season. I mean, I'm telling you what, we've got some great weather. Now, I do have a slim shot at rain today, tomorrow, and Sunday. but I'm not expecting it to impact tailgating, impact the game, impact if you're not going to the game, if you're at home watching, your viewing parties, if you've got your grill, you're ready to fire your grills up for this weekend. I don't expect it to impact that either. Most of our weekend plans should be just fine. It's going to feel more like fall, though. Cool nights, comfortable afternoons, very limited rain chances. Any showers are going to be light. If you do get rain, should just pass right on through. It's not going to be around for a long time if you do get rain. Next week, different story. I've got heat, I've got humidity, I've got thunderstorms in the forecast also. We'll show you that in a minute. Today, though, most of us are dry. I mean, a few of us may see a couple showers, isolated stuff, at best. Outside again, another live look at Cleveland. Beautiful, Cleveland. Akron, 53. Ashtabula, 48. Lorain, 50. Mansfield, 51. It's nice, super nice. Grab a jacket and just kind of enjoy a little cool, crisp start to the day. Here's Dorian. Look at the clouds, though. I showed you this earlier. All this cooler and drier air sinking south out of Canada. It's just pulling all these clouds and just shearing this whole thing off. Our next impact is going to be from these clouds right here and our slim shot at rain with that. I do not expect much today other than light passing showers. Right now, we're clear, we're chilly, 40s. Told you yesterday morning we'd have more areas in the 40s this morning. Ashtabula, Ravenna just jumped up to 50. Worcester, Ashland, Elyria just jumped up to 50. Medina's at 49. Overall, it's just a cool start to the day. Here's lunchtime. Here's your couple little showers. Clouds thicking up. Yes, it will be cloudier today. It's not going to be nearly as sunny as yesterday, but it will be just as warm likely. Low 70s, a couple little passing showers, light stuff through the afternoon. By the time school's letting out, your Friday night football games, though, those should be fine. Maybe a brief little area of some drizzle, but more or less it's just clouds and 60s. Now, the good thing about the 60s is it's going to keep some warmth in. It's not going to let us drop as chilly early tomorrow morning. So mornings are a little bit less chilly. Afternoon, though, they're a little bit.
Thank you. This weekend, you can check out a World War II plane. It's going to be on display at the Lost Nation Airport in Willoughby.
News 5 photojournalist Bob Fenner gives us a closer look.
Welcome to Lost Nation Airport. This weekend we are having an extremely historic event.
This is a B-17. It's a World War II bomber, 74 feet long, 19 feet high, has a wingspan of 103 foot 9 inches. It was produced on May 18th of 1945.
Most of these airplanes were built by women. Able-bodied men were fighting.
This would have been on missions anywhere up to the low 30s of thousands of feet. This area was dedicated to the radio operator.
As most of the veterans are passing, you're getting families, kids and grandkids. They have an attachment to the airplane or an emotional connection so they can come see where Grandpa or where Dad flew and fought and read some of the details.
It is not just a ride on a historic aircraft. It is a truly sentimental journey. We'll have some other displays here of some World War II era vehicles and aircraft. I don't want at any point for the men and women that served in World War II to ever think they were forgotten.
NASA says they may have answers for the mysterious light that appeared at the center of the galaxy. The X-ray light source appeared in the fireworks galaxy and disappeared a few weeks later. The images were captured by NASA's NuSTAR Space Observatory and showed dots of blue and green X-ray light. The study says the light may have come from a neutron star or a black hole that was absorbing something else. The Astrophysical Journal published the study.
Starships were meant to fly. Okay, a good transition. Because,
take it away, T.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj is retiring from music. Have you heard about this? Yeah, she made the announcement on the Twitter saying, quote, "I've decided to retire and start my family." She also told her followers to keep representing her, representing without the G at the end. Nicki is a 10-time Grammy winner, by the way. But remember, Jay-Z retired like twice, and then he came back. Cher retired several times. She came back.
I've retired from Channel 5 and come back.
You did.
Trent has too.
You did.
So.
He did too.
Every morning and come back the next day.
Some of the sunflowers at Maria's Field of Hope in Avon are starting to bloom. This is such a popular place. The Prayers for Maria Foundation says it is dealing with some soil nutrient challenges in the field this year, so they planted 5 different kinds of sunflowers to experiment with sizes and lengths. The sunflower field honors the memory of Maria McNamara, who died of brain cancer at the age of 7. The foundation's second field in Sandusky started to bloom last week. Trent.
All right, we're talking weather. We got to talk Browns football for this weekend. It is going to be a cool start to the day, but it should still be a nice day. We're going to get back to about 70 towards probably towards the third or fourth quarter. All in all, 60s, beautiful football weather. I tell you what, it's looking fantastic. Heat, humidity comes back next week.
A growing problem. XS6, the solution one agency thinks it found to tackle wrong way crashes. Also coming up, a snake with one head is bad enough.
No.
My Lord, look at this.
No.
How about one with 2 heads? To tell you where this was found, I'm not ready for that. Plus, another check on your weather and traffic together. Come on back.